exactly. I'd say she's everywhere, on every digital platform, and I'd say thank you to her because yeah, she's been like my role model and really held my hand in the industry. Yeah.
So diversification has helped.
Yeah.
All right, John, there's a very interesting question that also came in from Thika, and he was asking, should young people still invest in opening shops, or should young people focus on online biashara? What would you advise?
One, depends on what you're selling, but when I look into the future, as we look into the future, digital platforms are replacing institutions. They are replacing the story of the four walls, right? And if you can start thinking like that, you know, like what even Lydia then is doing, I'd actually encourage that particular direction. Because at the end of the day, even a generation that now even is coming, when you even look at our kids and so on, there are kids who are working, they have seen you ordering things online. They themselves even order stuff online, you know. So already in their minds, that is where they know that they are actually meant to ship. I can even foresee a time when if you need to buy even a car, for example, you just go online, you order and it, someone just brings it to your doorstep. So that's very, very critical. The other thing is that it is important, and I keep on saying this, to build around existing behavior and use digital tools that we use every day. Digital tools, of course, like your WhatsApp, your TikTok, your Facebook. Use them as much as possible, but build around an existing behavior. There is no need to start trying to venture out and rediscover new behavior. Use what people are actually using, because it's already a habit. It is a pattern, that it is a way of life. I wake up in the morning, I look at my WhatsApp, you know. So what can you then do with that, apart from just replying messages and sending out emojis to people? So that's, you can actually be able then to build on that. So I'd ask anyone then who's building that, doesn't mean you have a physical product, but really and truly try and find ways you can be able to reach there. And well, without that, once you able to build a community for you, and this is for both the two ladies here, invest heavily in what you call edu content or educational content. People are emotive buyers. It is not just enough to describe for me the features of this particular mug. It is important for me to, how will it transform my life? How will it expand my lifestyle? Because people are emotional buyers. You know, they don't buy through logic, but they make sense out of it because you know, because as it's an emotional trigger when you're actually buying something. So invest in good content, invest in very thought out content. Think of how you can build content around psychology, because every person is psychological marketing. You can be able to see what would actually click more. When I post my video about my product, within 1 to 4 seconds, does it actually have a hook? Does it hook me up to say, okay, I will actually stay there? And the best thing that I've actually discovered is entertainment. People don't run away from entertainment. Build an entertainment around it. Even if you look at the content creators and the influencers who are actually then been doing it, they build a story around it. People have a story. People have a good story about your laptops, Sandra. People have a good story about your sneakers, Lydia. And if you're able to fold a good story to a product, because we are triggered to love stories since our grandmothers, you know, they'd actually tell stories to us. That is not different. People love, niambie. And if they are able to see that in your product, then really and truly you're building something up.
Yeah.
Yes.